Fucking catchy.
So, as Adrienne Rich taught me, we don't always have to be explicitly writing about feminist issues to still be a feminist poet. So this is a confessional poem called Poem for a Dead Guy. So, and they tell me, you're cruel to sleep while he dies, but he was born to die. To disintegrate in his bare graveyard, bare because he is there. As much as pilots whose planes crash, or rebels who are shot in the head, or kids of color who wander onto the wrong block, or the great number of us who just stop breathing and turn blue in unattended beds. It comes in waves. It comes in waves that flow for 2 years, then ebb for a week, drowning you. And yes, this is a poem about a dead guy, and yes, this is formula. And yes, I love you now as much as I hated you then, and yes, I wish I could hate you now as much as I loved you then. And yes, I miss your money, and yes, I miss your power and your influence, and yes, I wish I could kill my mother for you. And oh, how sexist you were, and oh, how racist you were, and how much of a fuck-up you were, and how your family hated me. And oh, how those planes and drugs killed you, and oh, how Lucio killed you, and oh, how my mother and my sister killed you, and oh, how you killed you, and oh, how I killed you. And oh, how the music and the shirts and the irons and the TVs and the typewriters and the freedom fighters and the ketchup stains, how they killed you. How you killed you, how I killed you, how she killed you. And my stomach hurts. You are heckling and you fuck with me everywhere I forget to look. You are the red ball that I recognize while you convince me that you are not the red ball that I recognize. The clock ticking is the only signifier time continues. And you are the eel that killed me, and you are the drugs that killed me, and you are my sister and my mother that killed me, and you are the sex that killed me, and you are my trigger, and you are the trigger.
Yeah.
That's the end, yeah.
Good end.
This next one is dedicated to someone very special to me, but I will not name her because I feel like that would be awkward. So it's called For Watching a Woman Drown in Monotony. Christy, I was with you when you chose unnecessary peace over unnecessary pain. I was with you when you taught lesson after lesson of the sun and moon and shadows and drugs. When you legitimized transcendence and exhausted silence. Christy, I was there when you were subject to secondhand hope and abortive love, to dented dreams and imperfect ambitions. I was with you when you reinstated the revolution of the soul and then gave it to the girl down the street because she had never seen one. Christy, I was there when you chose celebration over sorrow and affirmed what was ours. Christy, I was there when you glorified the elemental forces of birth, death, and energy, when you transformed sight to insight and worshiped the mystery that falls between true and truth. Christy, I was there when you learned we were all the bastard children of Jesus and Buddha, and when they filled your womb with night. Christy, I was with you when you were broken and yet still chose to give humanity itself again. Christy, I am here, and you are not a woman, but an eternal symbol of eternal praise, a voice of inquisition, lust, and stillness. Do not walk away in fear, searching for the eternity you were promised. Now I am here with you in the root of survival. I am with you, Christy. Okay. Sorry.
We love you.
This next one is called An Untitled Humanist, and it is an amalgam experience I've had with a few different people in my life whom I love and respect, but... Okay. Whom I love and respect, but
Just lip sync it. Pop and lock.
You didn't know you were going to get to see some dancing. Okay.
You can use the mic if you want.
Anyway. I don't have a loud enough voice to
You
sing
could
over
use
that
the
song.
You can use the mic. You just can't move it.
Can't touch it at all. I don't want to.
I hate microphones.
I don't think anyone is super opposed to me waiting to play train passes. If you're opposed, raise your hand. I mean, it's almost over anyway. Okay,
We'll
yeah.
judge
everyone's
you.
okay with that. We'll judge you. Okay. Anyway, this next piece is called An Untitled Humanist. And it's an amalgam experience I've had with a few different people whom I really love and respect, but who said some things that have really irked me. So, Untitled Humanist. A self-assured, self-identified humanist dominates the night's conversation about how we are all colorblind and beyond feminism. And I have to suppress my deviant neck as it aches to scream, "You racist, sexist, fucking pig! Your white privileged suburban ignorance is intimately tied up in apathetic racialized patriarchy. How your pseudo-intellectual bullshit institutionalizes and naturalizes a hetero-patriarchal agenda. My tongue is filled with the rage of stillness until my air can spit back at you your heinous reappropriation of what it means to be black and woman and queer and your imagined age of tolerance, that you think you can distance yourself from your enactment of racism and sexism by employing it ironically speaks to how removed you are from your own colonization, indoctrination, and enslavement to a system which only benefits half of you anyway. So, when someone tells me I just need a good fuck, and you laugh at my overreaction and ask if I'm on my moon cycle, as you so chummily call it, you have no idea how red my thighs glow with the anger you have already dismissed. And you assure me with all the certainty of your white father's pedagogy that my language is too divisive and can never foster a conversation, but my mother spent too long apologizing to your fathers, and it is not my job to educate you to the role you play in the system of oppression, exploitation, domination, exploitation, oppression, suffering, abuse, control, and coercion of every person who is not simultaneously white, heterosexual, middle-class, able-bodied, cisgendered, and male. So, if you silence my voice because you can't hear anything over your own dick, just remember, Jesus would still be stuck up Joseph's asshole if it weren't for Mary's vagina.
Woo!